Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, what am I even doing with my life? Not in a dramatic movie scene kind of way, but in a quiet, unsettling moment when the world goes still and you realize you're just drifting. You're not alone. Feeling lost isn't a failure. It's a signal, a message, a quiet voice from within that says, you've wandered too far from yourself. And today, we're going to decode that message. 1. Why you feel lost. Most people don't feel lost because they've done something wrong. They feel lost because they've stopped listening. From the moment we're born, we're handed maps by others. Parents, schools, society. Go to college, get a job, climb the ladder. And somewhere along the way, we trade curiosity for certainty and identity for approval. You wake up one day, and though everything might look fine on the outside, inside, you feel like a stranger in your own skin. That's the cost of living someone else's story. Psychologists call this identity diffusion, a state where your sense of self isn't anchored to clear values, goals, or beliefs. It's not that you're broken, you're just disconnected from what truly matters to you. 2. The compass is internal. Let me ask you something. If I dropped you in the middle of a desert with no phone, no map, no GPS, how would you find your way? You'd look for direction signs, the sun, the stars. You'd learn to navigate using what's already around you. In life, we do the opposite. We wait for someone else to hand us the map. But the truth is, the only real compass you'll ever need is internal. Your purpose isn't something you discover out there. It's something you remember in here. 3. Rediscovering purpose through values. So how do we remember? It starts by stripping away everything that's not you. Forget job titles, social roles, what your parents want, or what your Instagram says you should be. Instead, focus on this simple question. What kind of person do I want to be when no one is watching? That question leads you to values. Values are like guiding stars. They don't give you the whole map, but they point you in the right direction. Maybe you value honesty, creativity, growth, connection. These are not goals, they're ways of being. When your daily actions start to reflect your values, life feels aligned, even when it's hard. And here's the paradox. You might still feel uncertain, but you won't feel lost anymore. 4. Stop searching for one grand purpose. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest myths that causes suffering. The idea that you need one grand, singular life purpose. The truth? Purpose is not a destination. It's a direction. It evolves as you evolve. Instead of obsessing over what you should do with your life, ask, what can I give to the world today that feels meaningful to me? Purpose often hides in ordinary moments. In the book you help a friend find. In the stranger you smile at on the street. In the small, quiet act of doing what's right when no one's watching. That's purpose too. 5. The power of micro-missions. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the big picture, shift your focus to what I call micro-missions. A micro-mission is a small, meaningful challenge you take on, something that pushes you slightly beyond your comfort zone, aligned with your values. It could be starting a journal and writing honestly for 10 minutes a day, volunteering for a local group that shares your beliefs, learning a new skill, not because it's useful, but because it fascinates you. Each of these tiny actions builds momentum. They generate a sense of meaning, and slowly they start to form the foundation of a more purpose-driven life. 6. Your inner voice isn't gone. You might be thinking, but I've been disconnected for so long, I don't even know who I am anymore. That's okay, because your inner voice isn't gone. It's just been silenced, under layers of noise, expectation, and distraction. To hear it again, you have to create stillness. That might mean stepping away from social media for a while. It might mean spending time alone in nature, in silence, in reflection, meditation, walking without music, sitting with uncomfortable questions. In that stillness, you'll notice flickers of curiosity, memories of things you once loved, or deep feelings that haven't surfaced in years. That's your real self, trying to reach you. 7. The return to self. Feeling lost is painful, but it's also powerful. Because the moment you realize you're lost is also the moment you start to wake up. It's the beginning of a return, not to who you were, but to who you're meant to become. A lot of people sleepwalk through life and never ask these questions. But not you. If you've made it this far, it means you're ready. Ready to stop drifting, ready to listen again, ready to walk, not toward some perfect future, but toward yourself. Conclusion: purpose isn't something we find, it's something we build, moment by moment, choice by choice, breath by breath. You don't need to have all the answers today, you just need to be willing to ask better questions. Who am I when I'm not performing? What matters when no one is watching? And what would life look like if I lived it with intention? You're not lost, you're on the path. Keep walking.